even in the most difficult situation, you can help. We suffered a lot during history, and it's enough. Enough, it's enough. We want peace. Guns can kill terrorism, but education kills terrorism.
Thank you for accepting our interview. Yes.
I am honored and I am pleased because I have a long love story with Japan.
So may I have your name?
Mina, this is a private name, which is also a Japanese name. I have a friend in Fukuoka, she is also Mina. And Yanko, this is a family name. I came here in Israel as a new immigrant. I was born in Romania. And when I started to study at Hebrew University, I have to live and to have some money. So I started as a student to work here, exactly in this place. It's a very symbolic place for me, the Botanical Garden.
And what is your work?
Now, I dedicate my life to share all my knowledge I accumulated at Holocaust Memorial and to tell everybody about those who helped us, who saved us during the Holocaust. Especially in Japan, I am speaking about Jonas Sugihara. I am passionate because Jonas Sugihara, he was a diplomat. And he has no right, from the point of view of Japanese government, to give those visa to people. He was consul in Kaunas, Lithuania, and many Jewish people come to him and ask, please give us a visa in order to leave Eastern Europe, because if we stay here, the Nazi regime will kill us. And no embassy wanted to give this visa. But Jonas Sugihara said, I will do what is right because it is right. And even he has no approval from the government, he started to give visas to many, many Jews. And these Jews were saved because of his heroism. He was a diplomat. And you know, every diplomat wants to advance in his career. But he was not thinking, not about himself, not about his family. It was only from humanitarian and moral point of view, because he said, I cannot leave these people die. Now, I thought in Japan, not everybody knows about it. And the young generation can identify and can understand that even in the most difficult situation, you can help. And this is my purpose. If you like, I will tell you how this story starts, how I arrived the first time in Japan. So, as I was deputy director of this Department of Righteous at Yad Vashem, in one Friday, I received a Japanese delegation. The head of the delegation was Professor Hideo Yotakawa. He very famous rocket man. Maybe you heard about him.
Yes.
Okay, I took them and I showed the Holocaust Memorial, and mostly I showed them the tree of Jonas Sugihara, and I explained to them this story. So suddenly Professor Yotakawa said, you know, in Japan, not everybody knows about it. Would you like to come to Japan to tell people this? I was so surprised. I said, of course I would like it. And I was dreaming about it. Coming home, told my family, told friends, everybody thought, oh, this is too much. I don't think it's possible that somebody will invite you. I said, at least I hope. In 2 months, he sent the invitation to the director of the Holocaust Memorial, and please, we invite Mina Yanko to speak in Tokyo, Osaka, in Kyoto, in Hiroshima, and we pay all the expenses. And I got in love really with Japan, which I consider such a special country, advanced, higher in technology, and combining with respecting old tradition. And this is the reason why I continue to go so often to Japan. You know, I am a daughter of Holocaust survivors. In my city, in Yassi, before I was born, it was one of the biggest pogroms in 41, when the Nazis, collaborating with some Romanian, killed a huge part of the Jewish population. Among this part was my uncle. My uncle was 21 years old. It was the brother of my father. And he went to the police headquarters to receive work license, because they say all the Jews are invited to receive this work license. My mother was so smart, he didn't let my father go. He said, this is not true. This is a lie. You would not go, David. So my father stayed home, but his brother, 21 years old, went to the police headquarters. And then they killed all this. So when I arrived here and I started my work at Yad Vashem, I said, it's not possible that all the world was against us. It must be some people who helped us. So I work at this department, Righteous Among the Nations, and I met during my career hundreds and hundreds of non-Jews, Christians, who endangered their life in order to help Jews. And this kind of work made a very important impact on my life. Then I said to myself, we cannot educate young people saying only negative things. All the world hates us. It's not good. It's not making happiness to anyone. So we have to tell also the other part, the positive part of the Holocaust. So I took upon myself this work to share to the world about these people, because young generation, they have to take a lesson from it. They have to identify. We are living in a very unquiet world. And people, young people like you, sometimes are disoriented. They don't know which path to go. We, the adult generation, meaning people at my age, we must be teachers. Everybody must be a teacher. We have to teach. When I was in Japan last time, the lady, Naotomi, asked me, what do you think about terrorism? How can we stop terrorism? So I said, only education, because guns can kill terrorism, but education kills terrorism. So this is the difference. I see in the point, in the main purpose of education, the most important thing in order to educate and to guide people to peace, to universal peace. And this is my purpose, because we are a people with a very long memory. We will not forgive, we will not forget. But in the meantime, we are very grateful to people like Sugihara, like Raoul Wallenberg, like Schindler, you have seen the movie maybe, and like many others who sacrificed themselves in order to save. And this is a very, very important and very educative thing. We want peace. I believe that the other part, Palestinian part, also want peace. The problem is to arrive at any, let's say, any idea who can satisfy the both people. And what I will hope and like, that little children will be educated in the spirit of love, in the spirit of friendship, in the spirit of peace. And I see that if we can keep this kind of education to both people, we can arrive in future to peace and to silence and to collaboration between Israel and all its neighbors. From the beginning of the day until the end of the day, to try to adjust himself, to help, to love people in need, to make good things, and everybody, little by little, collaborating together, all together, it arrives to a very positive energy. And this energy will bring peace.
What is your image about Japan?
Oh, this is a very good question.
Thank you.
I was expecting so much this question. Look, before I go to Japan, I didn't know so much, but arriving there, I find some warmth, such friendship, and such love from my friends, from students who listen to my lectures, and from adult people, as I spoke lately at Seinan University for adult people. And you know, I will tell you something very funny. People told me here in Israel, don't touch Japanese people. They don't like to be touched. But it is not true, because I touch and I embrace and I kiss, and nobody said no. I feel in Japan like home. I think it's a wonderful place, a wonderful country. As I say, very much advanced from technology point of view. And what I admire also at the Japanese people, that you conserve and you respect the old tradition. This kind of combination makes it a special country, which I love very much. And it is, I think, 6th time already I will go now to Japan.
So if you want to tell about Israel to Japanese people, what would you tell them? One good thing and one bad thing.
Okay, I will start with the bad thing.
Okay.
You are so polite, you are so nice. We are noisy, and we are not so polite. And we are sometimes very, let's say, not very, but a little bit aggressive. And we have to learn from the Japanese people how to be more polite, how to be civilized, how to go into trains, how to go into buses in a such quiet, wonderful place, how to clean. I am astonished by the thing that little Japanese students, not students, people are cleaning by themselves the kindergarten. We have to teach our children also to do this. What I will think as positive in Israel, it's the warmth of the people. People in Israel are very open, are very ready always to receive the strangers in a beautiful way. This kind of hospitality is characteristic to the Israeli people. Also, I can see that the majority of Israeli people are hoping for peace. We are a peaceful people. We suffered a lot during history, and it's enough. Enough, it's enough. We want peace.
If you have any message to Japanese people, what would you say to them?
My message to Japanese people is, first of all, to take a lesson from your big hero, who is Jonas Sugihara, to identify with him and to be proud about your son. Second message, it is that the Israeli-Japan friendship can be enforced and can be realized by everybody, by you and by us, the Israeli. I can finish my interview, if it is finished, saying, Watashiba Nipponga Daisuke Desu. I love Japan with all my heart, and I intend to be there next April. I hope our friendship will last forever. Arigato gozaimasu. Mata ne.
Thank you very much.